Here with Evan Bohman to preview the 2020-21 Concordia baseball season, and as we record this, about a couple weeks away from the first official games of the season. Hopefully some of the snow that's on the ground right now will clear off during that time, but just to begin with, you're one of, I guess you could say, super seniors. I know you've already technically graduated, but you're back for another year after, unfortunately, what happened ending last season early. But explain your decision to come back and play another season of baseball.
Yeah, I had to do some student teaching too. I had 2 more semesters of student teaching to go, so I had to come back either way. So I was like, I talked to some of the guys. I know Wade and Munch were coming back, but I think a majority of us had the idea of, hey, why not? Let's go try this again, And we got together and talked about it, and we were like, we want to go out on a different note than kind of what we happened in last year. So I think we're going to be good. So.
What do you remember right about the end of last season? You guys got to play like one final doubleheader against Briarcliff, and then it all ended. What do you remember about that and thinking, am I done with baseball now? What was going through your mind?
Yeah, well, first it was kind of a rumor on the bus. People were tweeting out on Twitter, Harvard and all those other schools kind of postponing stuff. And originally we kind of thought, we'd maybe get a week off of school and, it'd be a little different than what we had imagined. And we were on the bus, and, I just remember Coach Dupik saying, you guys really don't know kind of what's going to go on, so you got to take this, don't take it lightly. This could be your last game, and in some cases for Wade and Munch, it happened to be their last game. But yeah, the bus ride was tough. I mean, I think we played on Friday, Saturday, and we got back on Sunday or Saturday night, and I left to go home to Wisconsin on Monday morning. So it all happened really, really fast, and it was tough.
What do you think that does say maybe about this program, that you have basically a handful of guys that under normal circumstances would have used their eligibility up a year ago, but now they wanted to come back though?
Yeah, I think it's a tremendous place to play baseball, and I think if we all looked at it from a different perspective and 10 years down the road and said, why didn't I come back? It'd be a question in the back of your mind. So that's why I for sure wanted to come back, because if I look, in the future, and I definitely regret my decision of not coming back and trying one more year with the family atmosphere. That's Concordia baseball. So,
what has that atmosphere been like getting back to practicing? Obviously, mostly indoors this time of year, but how have things been different? Maybe it's felt more normal just being able to swing a bat again and throw a baseball.
Yeah, it's been for sure different, especially from my freshman, sophomore years. And you got to wear a mask now, and there's certain guidelines we got to follow, but it doesn't stop us from getting better. That's our main focus. Our 2 things we stand for is continuous improvement and family. I think we do really good in the family aspect, because if you ask any of our players, we're there for each other day in and day out. We're a really close-knit group, and that's special. And continuous improvement, we're just trying to get a little better each day and kind of focus more on where our feet are. Coach Dupik always says, be where your feet are. Be in the present moment and try to make the most of today, because that was kind of our motto last year, because we didn't really know what was going to happen. So we're trying to take that into this year and just focus on the daily stuff we got to get better at and give 100% on what we do each day. So,
right, I think just about almost every position you have somebody back who was in the starting lineup or close last year. What does that do for this lineup and the look of it right now going into this season?
Yeah, I mean, our roster looks fairly similar to last year. We got some new pitchers and new freshman position players as well, but guys like Jay Adams and Falk in the infield, Jose were freshmen last year, and they were starting to really show who they are. And their season got cut short too, and who knows, we could have been really good last year, but we're trying to move on and focus on this year because we got a lot of good young talent with some really good leaders coming back as well. So I know we're all excited.
And you're working with a new hitting coach this year with Caleb Lang. What can you say about his philosophies? I know every coach is a little bit different, but how has that been working with Coach Lang so far?
Yeah, he's been awesome. I mean, ever since day one, he's been, pretty sure he's from New York. He's been that funny guy, but when he needs to be serious, it's business time. And he knows so much about the game. I mean, you look at his career college statistics, it's unbelievable. And he tries to bring the better version of ourselves out as hitters each day too. And you can really see the development. Guys like Joey Grabanski, a freshman outfielder. I mean, he's come such a long way with Coach Lang, and it's been awesome working with him at practice and doing certain drills and different stuff too. So.
You mentioned Jason Munch and yourself being from Wisconsin. What were your thoughts when you saw that he had signed with the Milwaukee Brewers in the summer?
Yeah, that was awesome. I actually have a bunch of Brewers stuff, and I saw Munch wearing the same pair of shorts that I had. So usually the Brewers don't get wrapped down here, but yeah, it's a special moment, and I actually hope we can link up. I'm not really sure what he's doing right now, but I know the Wisconsin Timberwhalers are a single A team in Appleton, where I'm from, and Coach Berg actually coaches in the same league in the Cedar Rapids Colonels. So if they could meet up, it'd be such a special moment with those two people. So,
yeah, of course we would have loved to have him back here another season, but we'll wish him the best in his pro career. Something I like to ask all of our student athletes is basically, how did you find out about Concordia and what brought you here in the first place?
I think way back. I think I had a recruiting video on some recruiting website, and Coach Dupick or Coach Berg reached out, and I honestly don't know how I got here. We talk about that all the time with all the California guys and guys from so far away, like, how do we end up here, and I definitely made the greatest decision of my life to come here. As soon as I came on my visit freshman year, or senior year of high school, it was just something different. Coach Dupick had this mentality of, he was a newer coach. He had the right things in place. He said, we're gonna start to ramp up our program. And right away in 2017, my freshman year, they won the league. It speaks a lot to what Coach Dupick has put in place here at Concordia, and all the amazing relationships we've built along the way. I wouldn't change anything. I'm super glad that I have 4 more months to enjoy all the people around here, because it's been one great ride for sure. So.
Yeah, as you mentioned, 2017, also 2019, a GPAC championship season. So you've seen what it takes to be successful and win a conference championship. How do you feel like maybe this team is stacking up compared to those past teams?
Yeah, I mean, we're not trying to, obviously we're setting some goals. We want to be bigger and better each year. We want to keep developing and looking more toward winning the GPAC and getting the national tournament, and not only getting the national tournament, but making some noise and hopefully ending up at the World Series. But, we're continuing to put our mental in the day-to-day process. We have a huge 3-week period here before the season starts, and we don't want to overlook that too much, but there's a lot of good things we can do in there and really start to get where we want to get. I mean, this next 2 to 3 weeks is going to be huge for us. So.
And lastly, I know you used a bottle of Mountain Dew in one of your videos that we took with the team. How does that play a role in your success? I mean, Tom Brady, I don't know what he eats, like avocado ice cream, but there are different ways to do it, right?
Yeah. I don't really know how it started, but in high school I was known as the Dew Man, and I used to drink a Mountain Dew before football games and baseball games, and my roommates, Nathan Buckaloo, Peyton Scott, Tate Johnson, they love drinking Mountain Dew with me too, and making fun of you know, all the stuff that I do that's funny, but it's just a little inside joke between us. And you know, if Coach Berg was still here, he would take that away as soon as he could get it. But you know, it's a good little inside joke. So.